Don't say the other person's name on here.
Hmm.
Don't say this name on here. Ready?
Hmm.
All right, peace and blessings, family. Welcome to Spiritually Seeing News. Okay, I'm Moonam, aka Nikki Love, and I know all is well, y'all.
And I'm Brother Adinkra. And I'd like to say peace to the fam.
Peace to the fam. Now, y'all know we got a storm in Georgia. The other day we was having a storm, right? And when we was having this storm, it didn't sound normal to me. It don't sound like no normal doggone thunder. I'm like, that ain't no doggone thunder. That sounds like some damn spaceships invading the earth. You know what I mean? Peace and blessings, Lawrence, uh, Nicole, Daryl, Mikal. Peace and blessings, family. Okay, so tonight we're going to spiritually see what we see. Okay, we're going to spiritually see what we see with Bill Gates and this disease that's supposed to be coming within the next 6 months to kill 30 million people. That's a lot of doggone people, y'all. That's a lot of people. And then we're going to talk about Mandela, but I think we're going to do the opposite. I think we will talk about Mandela. Now, you have the Duchess of Sussex, Queen Elizabeth. They're celebrating, the life of. I'm just hearing it. Nah, I'm like, there's something else going on. Like some damn giants is walking on this goddamn earth, and I'm almost scared to look out the door because I'm like, I'm gonna see something I ain't ready to see. You see, but I told you they was coming. Okay, so at
Well,
the end,
you,
what?
you know, you've been saying that they were coming, and it's funny as Trump. When you said Trump started the program, what they gonna do? Arrest aliens? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They gonna fight the aliens?
Well, you see, family, a lot of people have a hard time believing stuff like that, but y'all need to start believing more of stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I see what I see, what I see. Now, those who just joined, you're watching Spiritually Seeing News, where we go in and we see spiritually what we can see with certain situations, whether it's politics, entertainment, love, health, whatever it may be. But tonight we're going to
Right.
cover a little politics. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off with talking about the Duke and the Duchess of Sussex celebrate Nelson Mandela's centenary at London exhibition, excuse me, because I was kind of, curious about that. Now, they have what they call the Mandela effect. If you don't know about the Mandela effect, go on YouTube and research the Mandela effect. Okay? And why did they name it the Mandela effect? They named it the Mandela effect because, and this is old, y'all, but I'm bringing it up again because we got new people that watch. We talked about this about years ago.
Hmm.
But they're bringing it up again because they are doing something out of doggone business doing, okay? Or that's what I would say. But the Mandela effect basically is an effect that takes place whereas they showed him dying a couple of years ago and now all of a sudden he died again like 3 or 4 years later when everybody remembers seeing him die before. So what they're feeling like is CERN is tapping into the energy and manipulating the energy that we're in now, which I call the transformation, where
Hmm.
people are not remembering things. But I told you all years ago what they're doing is they're trying, because they know that you're going through a transformation physically, okay, at a spiritual level. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to see how they can keep you caught up in their matrix and their world. And if they can keep you in that arena right there, then they got you, okay?
Yeah.
So, with saying that, hey Stephanie, peace and blessings. With saying that, one of the questions I am posing is because you had, Queen Elizabeth, and you had them celebrating, okay, or I guess what they would call paying homage to Nelson Mandela. Okay. Now I'm not going to get into it. I'm not reading to get into long paragraphs, but they said she was joined by her husband, the Duke, whose family had a close relationship with the statesman Mandela.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who campaigned throughout his life in South Africa's apartheid regime. But they said Mandela and the Queen built up a firm friendship. Okay, with South Africa's former president calling her Lizzie, according to his daughter Zinzi Mandela. Now, at the end of the day, something seems very weird to me about that reunion or that union, Queen Elizabeth with our elder, Nelson Mandela. What kind of energy was it, and what was they doing? And I feel, or I'm not even gonna say feel, because we're spiritually seeing now. Okay, spiritually seeing. What I'm seeing, okay, is that pretty much there's a connection between South Africa and the Queen, and all that she represents. As you all know, there's many conspiracy theories around. She owns the most land in the world. She got the most money. She's the
Mm-hmm.
head of the Catholic Church. All of that's going around. But I still feel it has something to do with coming back to our home of Africa and using the energy from Africa. And I feel that they were using Mandela's energy. And what I see spiritually is that they weren't necessarily just celebrating and paying homage to our elder. What they was doing is they was using the energy for some more rituals that they like to do. That's what I see.
Mm.
Okay.
Does does it has to do with does it have to do with something he agreed upon?
Well, I do see it's something that he agreed upon.
Mm-hmm.
I see there was some in the middle of it. I see there was rituals done. Okay, that's what I see spiritually.
Mm.
Okay.
Is he supposed to protect them from some energy coming back to them, or what do you see with
Nah,
that? What is it?
Nelson Mandela is an ancestor
I
now.
know he's an ancestor now,
But I
but
don't see
I'm
that
just
he was
saying, like,
supposed. Well, then he probably was supposed to, when he was physically here.
mm-hmm.
But I don't see that he, was supposed to protect them from energy. Then I see that there was a lot of money that it was exchanged. You see
Is
what I'm
that
saying?
that's why you see he left
Who?
his
Who?
wife?
I love who? Who are you talking about?
Is that why you see he left his wife?
Yeah, well, kind of, sort of, but there was some politics in the mix of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and oh, come on, I just finished watching her. Come on now, what's her name? I can't think of her name. She's my favorite woman too. His wife.
Oh, Winnie Mandela.
Winnie Mandela, right.
Yeah, I
So
like that. I love
I
Winnie
just
Mandela.
see that Winnie Mandela, this was no joke, and her
Yeah.
husband was falling for some European BS, and I see that she was like held to the no. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to carry out this revolution. See, I love Winnie Mandela. I don't know
By
what they
that time,
did.
too many people had died and too many people had sacrificed so
Right,
much that,
right,
why turn back now?
right. And then I see eventually, spiritually, now we're seeing y'all. This is spiritually seeing news. I see that she got caught up in the hype based off of the funds, the money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's what I see. But I feel there's a connection, everybody, or I'm not going to say feel, I see that there's a connection between what they were doing, according to what they were saying, paying homage and doing whatever they do, with the elder Mandela. I feel that they was conjuring his energy up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not surprising that they got the Mandela effect. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next topic. Now, one of my sisters, I think it was Courtney. Courtney hit me up, and I just happened to check my Facebook before we got on here. Courtney says, Nikki, they're about to wait. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull it up because I gotta I gotta see what Courtney was saying. She's saying they're about to create something. Now, I don't know if y'all heard, but if you haven't heard, you're going to hear it now, okay? According to this article that someone sent me on Facebook, let me say not someone, Courtney, the article is talking about a disease that Bill Gates said that they will be, well, he didn't say they
He
created, but
said
watch
he
this.
predicted.
What?
Did he predict? Was it he
We're
predicted?
about to read the article, man, in particular. What the hell he predicting? Y'all, look here.
He
You know what I
trying
mean?
he trying to get his Wunam on.
without my ass.
Try to
Okay.
tell you what
All
he
right. So
see.
she says, Courtney Johnson says, Nikki Love, they're about to create some shit. More population control. Yeha says 10% of the population. So I'm happy she put that in there because before I got on there, y'all family, I was like, oh, wait a minute, something to talk about here. Something to talk about because I'm not feeling that. Now, we do know in the past they talked about population control. And, on my radio show, I went in on it and I'm about to go on live Facebook, okay? First of all, y'all, spiritually seeing. First, let me cuss them out before I spiritually see. Who in the hell do you think you are trying to implement population control on humanity? You didn't create life, and you don't have the right to take life. And if y'all cannot see, because a lot of times we get caught up in these conspiracy theories, we have to stop getting caught up in these conspiracy theories. And we, especially as a people of color, a people of the sun, we must understand who we are and what's happening outside of the matrix, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Which means do not get caught up in their matrix of believing everything that you see. And
Right.
do know that some of the things that they present are illusions to keep you in fear of what, or making you think that they have more power. What you got to say, brother Thinker? Because I hear it. I hear it.
I agree with that. I mean, like, they can only do what you allow because you feed into the energy that you believe it and you can manifest things just by your thought. I think that's why they put a lot of shit out there because they know if they can get a certain group of people or a certain amount of people to agree with something they putting out, eventually that'll manifest. I think that's why they make certain movies about certain things before they even have the technology to do it, because people start believing that they can manifest that and it'll happen.
Exactly. So now, Courtney, hey sister, I was just talking about you because you just came on here. I love the fact that you gave me something to talk about tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm gonna share this with the people. If y'all haven't heard it, my sister Courtney, she put it on the page. Okay, it says Bill Gates thinks a coming disease could kill 30 million people in 6 months.
That sound like that's what they've been putting on all the movies though. When you think about it, with the World War Z, all these zombie movies, all these people getting affected, half the world population is wiped out and stuff like that. I think that's what all these movies were about. Remember the other night we was right. I say, God damn, another zombie movie. It's like they make about 15 a year.
Well, I
You
mean,
know?
if anybody who's going to do some population control is going to be nature. Okay?
Mm.
It's going to be nature. And what we got to understand is that, again, you don't want to get caught up in their illusion because we do know, you see, and for the Christians who may be watching, you say it in your Bible and it was really an African proverb, death and life is in the power of a tongue. And then in the Bible, it talks about you being the gods. So if you are the gods, you understand you have the ability to do, create, to manifest, to do all of that, right? So they know what time we're in. We're in the transformation. And we, as beings, human beings, are becoming more spiritual, which makes us more powerful. Okay? So now let me go on to the article because, what's crazy about this is that we've known over the past that they have created many diseases. Okay? They have
Mm-hmm.
created many diseases.
AIDS being one of them.
You see? So with saying that, I don't doubt that this is something they're going to try and create. And I'm going to tell y'all what I spiritually see. Brother Dinkler, I would appreciate if you tap into your first eye to see too. Okay? Really, because people want to know about this because people are really going to get scared when they see this. People are going to be afraid because they already know what they did. Look at AIDS. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Look at what so-called happened with the Ebola virus, okay? So now people are going to really get in fear. You're talking about 30 million people that's going to die within 6 months because of this ease that they think they're going to create. Now, it said if there's one thing... Go ahead.
It's fun. Go ahead and read that because I got something to say about once you finish that about the Ebola virus because it's interesting that you brought up the Ebola virus.
Okay, now Bill Gates, this is family, this is what it is. Bill Gates thinks a coming disease could kill 30 million people within 6 months, and we're not ready. We need to prepare for this like we prepare for war. If there's one thing we know from history, is that a deadly new disease will arise and spread around the globe. That could happen easily within the next decade, okay? And as Bill Gates told listeners on Friday at a discussion about epidemics hosted by the Massachusetts Medical Society and the New England Journal of Medicine, we're not ready, okay? Now, hold on. It says Gates acknowledged he is usually the optimist in the room, reminding people that we're lifting children out of poverty around the globe and getting better at eliminating diseases like polio and malaria. I don't know how true that is because the last I heard, and I forgot, what's the other guy's name that used to be dealing with Gates on y'all know he was talking
Population
about
control.
global warming. What was his
Uh,
name?
the politician.
Yeah, the
Uh,
politician, something Perot or
Dan
something
Quayle.
Dale Quill or something. I don't know who one of
What are you
them
talking about? Ross
politicians.
Perot?
No, not Ross Perot.
I said Perot.
Dan, one of them, I don't know what the
I
hell
think
his
it's
name is.
Dan Quayle
Y'all
you're
know what I'm
talking
talking
about.
about. What the
I
hell
think
I
it's
just
Dan
see? Shit
Quayle.
get bugged over there and shit. What the hell is that? I just seen something go up and down. Look on the floor, make sure I no damn spider. Okay? Look. So anyway, he's saying, but there's one area though where the world isn't making much progress, and he said, and that's pandemic preparedness. Okay? Now, new pathogens emerge all the time as the world population increases and humanity encroaches on wild environments. It's becoming easier and easier for individual people or small groups to create weaponized diseases that can spread like wildfire around the globe. First of all, let me just say this. Spiritually saying, they ain't got to do a damn thing. Nobody asked you to depopulate a goddamn thing. Who the hell y'all think y'all are? Stop trying to do what nature's job is. So with saying that, there's enough land in this world right now to hold all 7 billion people. Let's not make a mistake about it. And this is what pisses me off with them because they try to take control of shit. They ain't got no business putting their hands in, and they're in there trying to do, you know what, Mother Nature's job. And what's going to happen, y'all, is because we are in a transformation, and this is spiritually saying, let me tell y'all something. Everything they try to do from this point on, from I'm gonna say within the last 6 months on, is going to backfire on them. Because as I told y'all when we did last week when we was talking about the wrath of mother coming, not the warning, but the wrath, I said, mother's bringing her wrath. So if there's anybody who's going to give out some diseases, it's going to be Mother Nature. And if she does take 30 million people, she knows what the goddamn hell she's doing. Because at the end of the day, they are doing too goddamn much. And like I always say, their doing is going to be their very own undoing. So they need to sit their asses down somewhere like they got sense and stop trying to control nature and create shit out of nature. Now, according to this, they're saying it's going to be like a new pathogen emerge, okay? And they're blaming it on the world's population.
It says small pockets of groups. So that means, you know what that tells me? It tells me that they're gonna pick certain races to like plant this in. It's like what they did with the AIDS virus and the AIDS epidemic. They placed it in gay men, and then then they placed it in Africa first, and they placed it in the gay men and all of that, and then it spread throughout. But it backfired on them because they were what they were trying to do, but it's not even a killer of gay people anymore. You know what I mean? Like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but what I was saying, what I was getting back to the Ebola thing, what I spiritually see is what they were experiment with Ebola, and that's what they wanted to do. Because when you look at Ebola, it breaks down the body and it does the same thing, almost like the when you look at these zombie movies. You notice how they start like their body boils from the inside out and blood and stuff start coming. It's the same. Ebola kills people like that the same way. And that's what they would. That's why they were experimenting because they've been experimenting with Ebola for a long time.
Okay. Well, Markea says, but the crazy about it is that they have these patents on the viruses years before due to their
Mm-hmm.
global depopulation tactics and Ebola.
Yeah.
Well, Michaela, but you know what's crazy about it too? Is that we're in a different time in a different day. And nature is transforming as everything is transforming. Like I said, we as a human race are transforming at a cellular level. The body is changing, and they can't do a goddamn thing about it. And it all comes back to when I told you all, because of this transformation, everything, the animals are going through transformation, the cosmos, the planets, the trees, insects are going through a transformation. And the thing about it is nothing they could do about it. They're not invincible. Okay? So have to understand is that, it's a lot of this stuff is scare tactics. A lot of this stuff is to uh for people to begin to, or continue to fear, and begin to fear even more, so these things can begin to manifest. You know what I mean? So they can begin to manifest. So with saying that, what we have to understand is that if you are in agreement of this type of energy taking place, in your world is going to take place. But I do know what I see spiritually, and I know spiritually, like I said before, family, they're doing will be their very own undoing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So all that they're doing now is actually backfiring on them. And they don't know, just like I told y'all about the weather, they don't know. Weather is crazy. Weatherman can't predict the weather. You don't know what, you know what I mean? Like they used to, they can't.
Mm-hmm.
So what's taking place is you're not going to predict what Mother Nature's about to send out. Y'all want to create something to try to kill, the very thing that humans are part of. Y'all must have lost your goddamn minds. Go ahead, other thing.
Yeah, not only that, just like you say, what I see is just a lot of stuff is like things aren't going their way. Um, and like I said, they've been trying to do the kick off the Ebola thing for a while, and they've been trying to make it into a super bug where it can affect everybody, and it's not going their way. So I don't. What I see is they're kind of getting frustrated. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
they think they got something now. They think they figured out something now.
That's what you see spiritually?
That's what I see. They think they figured out something. But like with this, with the Bill Gates, they don't. It's not gonna work how they think it's gonna work. I wouldn't be. I think you have a better chance of killing more people by starting a world war than the way they want to do it with the Ebola virus.
Well,
Ebola
what I
virus.
don't like about it is the children.
Mm-hmm.
Why you throw the children in the mix of it? Because there was some talk about that when they were doing the actual uh, population control, depopulation control. They was talking about the global warning, and there was some videos on YouTube about them actually trying to affect the children and kill the children. Have y'all lost your mind? Have y'all literally lost your minds? Because see, what we don't understand is that now, and listen to this. Now, listen to this, y'all. Y'all got to learn how to read between the lines or see between the lines. It says, let me see, hold on. Likelihood such as it says, where did I just see about the children go? Let me hold on, y'all. Gates acknowledged that he's usually the optimist in the room. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, here it goes. Reminding people that we're lifting children out of poverty
Mm-hmm.
around the globe and getting better at eliminating diseases like polio and malaria. Why? Because you injected them. Why? You see what I'm saying? I don't sit that comment don't sit right with me.
You maybe it got something to do with all the black kids they kidnap every year and use for experiments.
Well,
Because they kidnap a lot of black children. A lot of black children go missing every year.
what I want. See stuff like that. It's like,
Not only children but black women.
but the thing about it is we need more proof on that, and people may not like what I'm about to say, but we need more proof on that. And I say that for the simple fact that I keep seeing that they're presenting us with a lot of illusions. Okay, I think that what we're in, the energy that we're in now, is an energy where your world is your world based off of your creation of your world. So when you get on YouTube, when you get on these, social media websites, It's like I said earlier, they want to see where they can, if they can keep you in the emotion of being controlled by them. Now we do know in this age and the transformation is taking place, you got to think about it. You're coming into yourself, which means all the answers that you seek over time, and it's happening now, family, is going to come to you because it's being downloaded into your DNA. But they don't want to lose that control. Mm-hmm. But now for the Christians on the show that's listening, in your Bible it says, what does it say in your Bible? Jesus, your Jesus said, I will be gone. I don't know the exact scripture, but I remember something like that. Man. Brother Dick would know the scripture because he used to be a Christian.
Why you got why I got to be thrown under the bus?
He said that it will be the age, after me will come the age of the water bearer. Okay? So we're saying that, y'all. He was talking about the age of Aquarius because we went through so many ages. Now, we're saying that what Spirit showed me years ago was when we began to transform, which means we are at the beginning of the end. So that means human being is on this earth. We're getting ready to come back into our highly spiritual selves. And that's why you hear all this talk about God consciousness and consciousness and all this shit y'all see, right? So at the end of the day, there's a lot of truth to that. But the other part they didn't tell you is that you will be transforming as well. Just like over the ages you had human beings that look the same. I know for a fact that the ancient ones back here was giants. They showed me spiritually. Not because a man told me they was giants. A lot of information I got was seeing spiritually. And a lot of it was confirmed later. Real talk. So we're saying that we're coming into the time where the body, again, your DNA is reactivating, which you will have access to information like you've never had before. Information. And you're not going to no longer need man to say, well, you know what, you need to walk like this, talk like this, believe in this person, believe in that person. Nah, not no more. Because them questions you got, the answers are going to be in your DNA. Okay? Now, I'm going to say this. Be very mindful of what you watch on TV. Be very mindful of what you look at on YouTube. Because you can get caught up emotionally. And if you get caught up emotionally, you're going to get mad as hell. You're going to get mad as hell. So with saying that, try to lean on your own understanding. Go within your soul. Go to your ancestors and say, show me. Not man, but show me. You see what I'm saying? You tell your ancestors to show you. Not, oh, well, let me go read it in this book. Let me see what they're talking about. And see, just like they're talking about the depopulation. There ain't no goddamn way in the world that there ain't enough room on this whole earth for 7 billion people. This is man thinking they're invincible and trying to do too goddamn much. Do too much. And they got another thing coming if they mess with our children. If they mess with our children, they got another thing coming. I feel sorry for them. Because if they try to take out children, you think Mother Nature's bringing her wrath? Mother Nature's going to bring her turn off switch. Okay? She's going to bring her turn off switch. She's going to start just shutting it down. Blow their minds when they see the cosmos and whoever so created us. If you want to call them aliens or whoever you think created us, ain't having it. So, spiritually saying, I don't foresee that it's going to be successful. They're living in 1918. We're in 2018. And if you notice, 1918, 2018, so do they have on some plan on, what is that? How many years later is that? They said within the next decade. So, come on now. Pretty much Am I getting add that up? What is that? Y'all added up my brain. I got brain fog tonight, but y'all know what I mean. How many years is that? That's 100 years or something like that, right? Am I right, y'all? 98 years. What is that? Y'all added up. I got brain fog. But anyway, we're talking about a new transformation, a transformation that they got no control of. So do not fear, family. Don't get scared. And see, that's what they want you to do. They want you to be afraid. They want you to be afraid so you can project that energy out into the world. So it will begin to manifest and they can use your energy to make it manifest. Like I told y'all before, make best friends with nature. Make best friends with that sun, with that tree. Embrace it. Stand on the ground, on the earth. You understand? Barefooted. Interconnect yourself with the forces of nature. Because then you will become like her. You will be able to utilize your power of energy from earth, air, water, and fire. So my suggestion to you is don't get caught up in the hype. Don't fear. Because whatever they choose to do, this time it ain't happening. And what's going to happen is they're going to be bad for them. They're going to go, oh, what the hell? Why these people are not getting this disease? You know what I mean? Mother Nature saying, yeah, okay, this is my people. Mother Nature saying, no, I'm controlling their bodies. They're a part of me. And as long as they're a part of me, you ain't touching them.
That's what's happening now anyway. Because they've been doing so many experiments on the Africans that they're the one. That's why I think they noticed their DNA changing first. Because they do so many experiments on the Africans. And you know, I noticed too, the Africans is coming to a point where the Africans don't they're really starting to not trust them anymore. I don't know what took so long.
Can you stop calling us Africans and call us people?
Come on, man, knock it off. You know, I'm talking about the
Just say my
people in the
brothers and sisters
in
in
the
Africa.
continent.
Say
The
my brothers
brothers
and
and
sisters.
sisters in
You
the
sound like the
continent.
goddamn European himself. The
The Africans.
The Africans.
Well, what you want me to say? Well, black people.
Our African brothers and sisters in Africa.
This is what's the difference? It's the same thing.
No, it's not. You saying the Africans like they're a totally different race of people. Shit, I get offended by that. I'm an African.
Anyway,
in America.
Y'all know what I mean. She you know. Anyway, I just feel like it's their DNA is changing anyway, and I think that's one of the things that puzzles them. And I feel like that's another reason why they can't do the things that they want to do.
Well, who feel like they want to do what they want to do?
The Europeans that are doing the scientific experiments, and they do them to us here too. So
they've been doing it to us. Remember the Tuskegee experiment?
Yeah, it was experiments before.
Remember how they was making black women sign contracts to and sterilizing their wombs so they couldn't have more babies?
Mm-hmm.
But see, as I always say, family, they're doing will be their own undoing. We was watching the program last night, and the program, what was it called? It's on Vice TV, and it was showing how they was in Canada, and how so many of these white children, and all it did was take me back to the days of when my brothers and sisters was on crack in New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
So many of them was running around on what were they calling it?
They was on opioids.
Say it was worse than heroin. It's worse than crack.
Yeah, because what they're doing with they're buying the pills and they're crushing them up and they're snorting them.
And a lot of these kids, one boy said within 6 months he's seen 11 of his friends overdose on this drug. But when you watch this documentary, all you see is they'll make you think about, for those of you who know what I'm talking about, in our neighborhoods when that crack was heavy.
In the 80s.
In the 80s, and crackheads was running around, you know what I mean? And, out there, same type of way, but they were all white.
And that crack epidemic, it ruined families, man. I mean.
Just like the meth epidemic is taking hold. See, the thing about it, Mother Nature has a way, and then if we go back to the ancients, Maya called it reciprocity. What goes around comes around.
Mhm.
You see. And the thing about it, they're not even showing you true statistics. Like nobody knows. There's a lot of young white men dying right now, 25 years age and
That
older,
that's why it's an
is dying of
epidemic.
cancer.
That's why it's an epidemic.
You see. So I mean, pretty much, family. You know, I'm just telling you what I spiritually see, brother. Think what spiritually sees. This time it's not going to pan out like they think it is. And the only wrath that you're going to see, or only epidemic you're going to see, is what nature's going to bring, because nature's tired. And I'm going to keep pushing that into y'all head. I'm going to keep making y'all see it. Nature is not playing no more. And whatever they think they're going to do,
Hmm.
they better be careful. What you see?
I just see a lot of death for young males, young European males. Not even that, just their youth are going to be taken by this drug, like they are now, and it's just not happening. It's not just happening in Canada. It's happening in Europe too.
Okay, last question of the night before we get off of here. Nicole says, I stand outside at work and get kissed by the sun every chance I get. Thanking sun God Ra. People look at me like I'm crazy. I know what's up. Now you know what it is, right, Nicole? They always look at you like you're crazy. I had one of the young boys call me today from North Carolina. He say, am I going blind, nigga? I said, no. I said, you getting older, so with age, things go, different things in your body. So what happened is I said, go do some sun gazing. I said, well, I'll fix your eyes. But see, you know what I'm talking about now, right, Nicole? And it don't matter if people think you crazy. Let them hell think you crazy. But when it's all said and done, you got a connection with nature. You got a connection with that sun, with the rain, because I sometimes make the rain stop when the rain is not stubborn. Sometimes I say let up and the rain will let up. You know, and I could do it sometimes. Sometimes the rain stubborn say, nah, 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 my trees need some water. I'm not doing it today. You got to get wet. This is real talk. This is when you're interconnected with nature, with that, with them elements, earth, air, water, fire. You ain't got to worry about things, because man don't have control of nature. They can only manipulate her. Remember that. Okay? Last thing, okay, Micaiah says very true. Prime example, September 23rd. There was so much fear surrounding that day. Fear is bondage. That's what they need you to feel, that to be in control. I stopped watching TV for a reason. However, she says, hold on. However, demonize. Oh, you wrote a book up here, Micaiah. God damn. You wrote a book up here? Okay. However, I do love to watch this new Marvel series, Cloak and Dagger, which is highly spiritual. Currently, they are making spiritual gifts seen in a powerful, positive light. For years, it's been demonized, but more and more people are turning nature to themselves. Yeah, it's happening naturally too, because people are understanding the concept of, like I always say, when you walk outside, you walk into yourself. You are
Hmm.
nature, nature's you. Your body's made up of the same things.
And but in Cloak and Dagger, they got a black kid and a white girl in the show.
Oh, you hear that, Micaiah?
Yeah, she watches it, so I'm sure she knows.
Okay. All right. All right.
So
So
yeah,
what's the
but
problem?
I think when we back before we go back when we were talking about um if they put something out in movies and eventually if everybody believes it,
Hmm.
I think because they know we're coming back into our natural self as using, going to our ancestors, using, doing magic and stuff like that. I think that's why there's so many shows of them using, being Wiccans and all of that. And I think that's why they're incorporating black people to be part of that
Yeah.
instead of their own culture
Well, hold on real quick. That's very true.
to
Um,
make them think that it's more powerful than what we do.
yeah, right. Anyway, that's why they always running them back to the continent. You know what I mean? All right. So Nicole says they're attacking the weakest people first, like the homeless. Very true. Courtney Johnson, sorry I missed y'all questions, but Bill Gates made thousands of kids in India, South America, and Africa sterile through his vaccines, and they banned his foundation. You are so right. Because if you remember when they went over, I think it was him and his wife went over to a village in Africa and took the kids without the permission and went into schools and injected them children. Them children was having seizures because the actual vaccinations were bad. They were bad. They were supposed to be refrigerated and it wasn't. But not only that, they did it without the parents' permission. Went to the school and injected them. Did you see the goddamn balls they got? So how you gonna come up into a village in Africa, go to the school, don't ask the parents permission, and inject their children with some bad goddamn what was the I can't remember the injection.
Supposed to be flu shots, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't the
no, malaria.
Malaria.
Yeah.
Oh no, or meningitis. It was something for meningitis.
Yeah.
But come to find out, the injection, the vaccination was bad because they didn't. You know what I mean? The parents was upset. And let me tell y'all something.
They say they didn't refrigerate it.
They said they didn't refrigerate. But see the thing about it, these kids was having seizures and all kind of parents was upset. See, I don't know what tribe. I can't remember what tribe they went into, but they lucky they wasn't in none of the tribes that practice tradition and medicine. You hear what I'm saying?
No, because they used the Catholic Church to bring it in. That's what they do.
The people were mad. They did get banned. But the point is, they lucky they wasn't in, the western part of Africa where we do a lot of rituals. You got a lot of tribes. You know, you got the Khan, the Ifa, the Yoruba, the Igbo. So let me tell y'all something. Ghana, the Farfra. Let me explain something to y'all. They lucky it wasn't over there. Because I don't think the WHO would have been around if them people knew they tried to harm the kids.
What'd you think about all the killing of the witches going on over there?
That is not.
People blaming
it's only in some places because they stopped doing that. And then I'm gonna tell you why. You remember, I told you I met a brother from the continent who he grew up as a Catholic. He went off to seminary school, and he went off to England somewhere. And what happened is his mother called for him. Mm-hmm. His mother actually called for him. He didn't come, so she went over to England and got her son and said, "You have to come back to your traditions. Because the father died. Mm-hmm. You're the next traditional healer. So you have to get out of Catholicism." And this happened about, maybe I would say 7 years ago. Okay. So a lot of people that were dealing over in Africa with Christianity, I'm not going to say a lot. That's not a fair number to use, but I'm going to say probably at least half of the people are coming out of Christianity, coming back to the African traditional ways. So, the ones who were doing that, and it's not all that were killing witches or thought you was a witch or thought you was into that, those are the ones who have been colonized and brainwashed and programmed by the Christian, missions that were coming over to the continent and coming over to Africa. So now what you're having is, because of the transformation, you also have fellow African brothers and sisters that are coming back to the traditional ways. And what a lot of people don't know, you have a lot of them that practice Christianity, practice Islam, but still practice some of the traditional ways, such as paying homage to their ancestors. They don't get rid of the traditional customs. Mm-hmm. So, most Christians over here, they go, "You don't supposed to go there, you don't know." No, they may be Christians in a sense where they believe in God and Jesus now because it was colonized, but they're saying, okay, we still have ancestral worship. So you have a lot of them that still worship their ancestors and still practice some of the traditional ways. Okay? Hey, Terry, what's going on, son-in-law? What's going on, son-in-law? Where you been at? You ain't working that goddamn hard to come visit your mother-in-law. Okay. Anyway, family. Okay. Okay, let's see. No more questions, no more comments. So that's pretty much it, family. If you missed the show and you just coming in, we're about to skedoodle off of here. We were going to take some questions. Maybe I'll give y'all 10 minutes. If you got some questions, ask them now. 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes.
You want them to call in or you want them to just put it up?
No, just put it up. We'll just put it up because I don't feel like hearing the phone ring. All right. So if you want to ask a question or two, you got 10 minutes. We'll give y'all 10 more minutes. Also, too, family, y'all get ready because Bomb Mom Chronicles is coming back with another new episode and some fire. Okay? They're coming with some fire. What's so funny? What you about to say?
Mm-mm.
Bomb Mom Chronicles is coming with some fire and some stuff for y'all. And for y'all that have young daughters or y'all in your, because the Bomb Mom Chronicles are 29, 25, and 28. And they're young mothers talking about things that young mothers go through. So anybody that's on here that got daughters or got, nieces in that age group that are young mothers, have them tune into Bomb Mom Chronicles because they're bringing the fire this weekend, y'all. They got some new stuff coming for y'all. So y'all be sure to tune in. We'll keep you updated here on Facebook. I guess nobody has no questions. Erica Neal, what are you saying that's interested? Erica Neal, what you saying that's interested? Okay. All right, family, since y'all, I'm going to let you answer your question real quick, Erica Neal. Since y'all have no more questions, that's what we spiritually see with the Bill Gates situation and with Mandela. And y'all look forward. We'll probably come on here. What's today? Wednesday. Maybe we'll come on Friday night when everybody don't have to go to work. You know what I mean? And talk about some topics, take some calls. You know, Mia, you late, Mia? We about to sign off now, sister. We about to sign off. Anyway, family, y'all have a lovely rest of the evening. I know y'all got to get up and go to work tomorrow. Okay, we got some filming to do tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Well, okay, here you go, Nicole. DC having issues with their water is coming out red, and we were warned not to drink it. Oh, really?
Damn.
Really?
Maybe they're doing some biblical shit, like in Egypt. when the water was red. Wow. In Washington, huh?
Water is red.
And what she said?
In DC. Let me see what I spiritually see. Check some more questions and let me see what I spiritually see because
ain't nobody putting up.
Yeah, yes it is. Yeah, is who gonna be on my page, Erica?
Oh, Mr. Amazing got one also.
Is who gonna be on my page?
I was just talking about Bomb Chronicle, I think.
Oh, they're read at the monuments. Hey, let me tell you something, Nicole. What I'm spiritually seeing is some type of ritual being done. And y'all are not being alerted about it, but it's a major ritual that they're doing.
I'm saying some Bible shit.
Okay?
Like they did with the
major ritual. It's not a trick. They're doing some rituals because the monument, the Washington Monument is set up, is designed just like an ancient Kemet. You know that? It's the same shape and everything. So I'm telling you, they doing some rituals up in there and they ain't saying nothing about it. They know why that goddamn water's red.
Mr. Amazing said, what are your thoughts on white folks calling the cops on black people?
Oh, boy. What are my thoughts? Some of it is real and some of it is fake. I think, we got to understand, family, they've been trying to cause a race war, okay? Mm-hmm. They've been trying to cause a race war. And, some of this stuff is real. But now, if you notice how it's repetitively coming on every week, somebody's calling the cops. Some of that shit is fake. Mm-hmm. They're still trying to get a rise. They want to cause a race war so bad. And what they're trying to do is get a rise out of us. They want us to riot like we rioted back in, and watch. You know what I mean?
The 60s.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, family, no. They had a riot in whatchamacallit when they beat Rodney King in the 80s. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So they tore some shit down. But the point is,
if they want that to happen, just do that shit in California. Them motherfuckers always tear up that bitch.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like
they don't too much do that in the South.
They're so interested in causing a race war, and people is not having it no more. It's like, okay, you calling the cops on white people, and you white people stop falling for it too. You stop falling for white people because y'all know, some of y'all know. I don't know about the racist ones. You know what I mean? There's racist black and racist white people too. And we used to say, oh, black people couldn't be racist. But after I seen what that goddamn lady did to that Mexican man, she a goddamn racist too. Black or white. I don't give a goddamn. She's black. She's a goddamn racist. You don't beat no goddamn old 91-year-old man. She's a goddamn racist telling him to go back to his country. You know what I mean? And if anything, she should have understood, because at the end of the day, you dealing with it right here in the place called America. So how you gonna do it to a 91-year-old older black? That chick pissed me off so
You,
bad, y'all.
you know, I seen the other day. I seen a, I seen a black lady. I think they were on a train in
Uh
New
huh.
York,
Uh huh.
and this Jamaican lady was sitting there. And she was telling the Jamaican lady to go back to her country. She didn't like them coming, but what I seen in the lady that was telling her, she had a straight demon in her.
Well, see, the thing about it is that, I used to say, I'm going to tell y'all, get black people can't be racist shit. Y'all goddamn fools are making us look bad now, you know what I mean? You telling your own sisters and brothers to go back to, their country. Then you got Mexicans, because the original Mexicans were the all Mex and they were black and they were African. So at the end of the day, how the hell you going to tell somebody you a racist too? So now I can't discriminate. It ain't just white racists, it's black racists too. Y'all done lost your goddamn minds. And then they're so busy trying to all that shit for that no more. People are so sick of what's going on in America. And I'm talking about white, black, Chinese, black, white, whatever you want to call yourself. Are so sick of what's people just want peace. They're tired
Hmm.
of hearing the rhetoric. They're tired of the financial system. You know what? People are just tired. And this goes for anybody who is white, who is not a racist, who is in middle. Totally understand because they busted their asses too, and they looking back at their lead. A lot of this shit is getting ready to backfire on the 1% who got all the money. Y'all ain't don't say I didn't tell y'all so. Y'all will see because now what's happening is they're getting tired. America's getting tired of the bullshit.
It's funny. I think they are getting tired because I seen a lot of these elections. Not just in Georgia, but in other states that these candidates tried to run a campaign like Trump-like campaign. They didn't get voted in. You know what I mean? With talking about the Mexican people and talking about black people, that a lot of that stuff didn't fly, and they didn't get voted in.
Well, honestly speaking, family, like according to Mr. Mason, what he said, some is fake, some of it's real.
Mr. Amazing said they too lazy to ride.
I don't perceive that to be true, Mr. Amazing. I don't think they're too lazy to ride. I think they're tired. I think looking at the history of what black people have been through in this country called America, who they helped build up, black people are tired and they feel like it's like, is it worth it?
Hmm.
What's the sense? Did it make a change? Right? What did rioting change? What did rioting change?
Nothing, because they was doing it to their own people. They was tearing up their own neighborhood.
Right, but I mean, even that, not just rioting, even when they would go and protest, what does protesting change? Tell me right now, somebody tell me on this goddamn line, going in front of this place and doing this protest and doing that protest, what did it change? We still seeing murders or police brutality. We're still seeing, you understand, racist crimes being committed. You understand? So what did protesting change? Are they really listening?
Mr. Amazing said not a damn thing.
Exactly, Mr. Amazing. So we're saying that what we have to realize, that's why I know. I know what I know, what I know, and I know it's time for us to come back into Mother Nature and tapping into our traditions of being indigenous to the land. Because that is what's going to change it. Y'all can say what you want to say, but y'all start getting back in tune with them elements and using them elements to fight fire. You understand? They can't touch them elements. Start calling up some goddamn storms. You know what I mean? Start manipulating the forces of the electricity. Start throwing electrical power at them. Start chanting on their asses. Ain't no, I'm not talking about going in front of, start chanting on their asses. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling y'all, that's going to make the change. But rallying, protesting, ain't changing shit. But honestly speaking, what I see in this place called America, like I said, America to who? It's just not us getting tired. It's a lot of human beings getting tired of the energy that's being presented. And not only that, what Spirit showed me too, family, is other countries are looking at us, America, like, huh, America is not the great anymore. America has disappointed. America don't like their own people. America's doing this to their own people. So these other countries are looking at America in disgust. And it's sad. And Americans are just getting tired. Tired of the political lies, tired of the chaos, tired of the destruction, tired of the negativity, tired of the stress. You see what I'm saying? America, people in America are tired now.
Right, damn.
And all they're wanting is peace. That's what I see spiritually. Americans are just wanting peace. Let me go to work. Let me get my money. Let me just live. That's all I see for America. But all right, family, that's all the okay. Real quick, Makai says, I have a question, Nikki. In what ways can I enhance my meditation while sun gazing? And is it true if you're listening to Hertz music on YouTube, it's already tuned to 550, even if you're listening to, well, hold on. Boy, you be writing some books, lady. Hold on. Is it already tuned to 550 hertz, even if you're listening to a 432 hertz pure tone? No, but you can hear the difference. I don't know who told you that, but that's not true. So if you're listening to a 540, it might have a 432 hertz in the mix of it, but that's not true. You can hear the difference of the tones, okay? Now, you want to know how you can enhance your meditation while sun gazing? Well, first of all, when you're sun gazing, you want to keep your meditation so totally separate, okay? Meditation should be done separate from sun gazing because when you're sun gazing, you're exchanging energy with Ra, okay? And you want to be able to embrace that energy from Ra that he's bringing to your body, opposed to meditating when you can't pay attention to Ra, because he likes your full attention. And trust me, I'm telling you, as soon as I walk up my back door in the morning, I'll be standing there, I'll be there, and if I don't pay attention to him, he'll send them rays to me like boom, like hit me with them rays. I'll be like, oh, I got you. Oh, hey, Ra, how are you, Ra? You see what I'm saying? So we're saying that you want to give your full attention when you're sun gazing.
And he hears you.
And right, exactly.
Trust
He
me.
hears you. Not only that, what you want to make sure of is that you don't do sun gazing longer than maybe 5 minutes. Okay? Maybe 5 minutes. And you always want to start out 1 minute first. And you should start out with your eyes closed. Then you slowly open your eyes. Then you'll get used to looking at him. Now I've been doing it a long time, so I just look straight up. Straight up. Don't bother me at all. Okay? But I don't do it longer than, I would say, maybe 3 to 5 minutes. Okay? All right. My daughter, Kemi, says, I agree. She knows. She knows. My daughter's seen it. And she got the same power, too. Okay? Now, Makai, now your meditation should be totally separate. Okay? And I'm going to tell you another thing. If you're spiritual, then you should have your protection on. Because a lot of people don't know when you're meditating. Go ahead. You can say it was Brother Dingle.
And I'll just say, especially when you're meditating. You know.
Especially when you're meditating.
Because you're opening yourself up.
You're opening yourself up. And I know one, and I'm not even going to say I know. I had a client that was brought to me all the way from Delaware. She used to meditate a lot. And because she was spiritual, she hadn't come into her spirituality yet, she opened herself up to disagreeable spirits. And they started touching her and molesting her and messing with her. And they was talking to her. She didn't know how to control them. And, you know, they tried to put her in the clinic and say she was crazy. But I said, nah. Very beautifully melanated sister, right? And when she came to me, I said, first of all, I said, she's highly spiritual. I said, she's supposed to be doing what I'm doing, spiritual work. Not only that, she was young. And I said, not only that, I said, her meditations is open the energy for these disagreeable spirits to attack her. And I'm gonna tell you, she wasn't lying, because when they brought it to me, I'm standing there and I'm just watching her, and I seen the spirit grab her behind. Real talk. I said, okay. So they're attacking her. So be very careful when you're meditating, Micaiah. You want to have protection on. Okay? Always have protection on, where you're protected from disagreeable spirits coming into your soul, attacking you. Okay? Be very careful. All right. Okay, I always catch him at the sunrise to watch him longer. Thank you. Is the green and purple Florentine crystal a good protection crystal? You know, Nicole, as an African traditional healer, I don't really necessarily like to use crystals for protection. Okay? However, you can infuse your own power into your crystals. But when you infuse your power into your crystals, what you need to do is leave them outside in the energy of the sun and let Ra infuse it with more power and carry them on you. But I will tell you this, disagreeable spirits don't care about no stones. They cannot protect you from demons, as you all call them, or spirits. The stones pretty much protect you from negative energy to a certain extent. Because I know people that carry stones and they think that when somebody puts a ritual on them that they can't be touched because of the stones. That's not the case. So the stones are really good from protecting you from negative energy. They can help with, sickness in your body. They do a lot of stone healing and stuff like that. But when it comes down to some nitty gritty ritual work, rituals and spells and stuff like that, stones ain't protecting you from that. Okay?
That's correct.
All right. All right, family. Well, we're going to get out of here. We got 3 minutes left. We'll take the last question from Mia. It takes patience to communicate with the ancestors, right? And for protection from the ancestors and yourself. Okay, Mia. It 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 doesn't take patience at all. You can communicate with your ancestors whenever you want. Some people may hear them, some people not. But don't worry about you hearing. Just let them know that they're there. And the thing about it is you can talk to them whenever, however, wherever you want to. I talk to them while I'm on the toilet. I be like, Ma, could you do this? You see what I'm saying? I might be walking down the stairs. Ma, come on, ride with us in the car. I'm telling you, I talk to my ancestors and people people think I'm crazy. Like, who the hell is she talking to? I'm talking to my ancestors. That's who the hell I'm talking to. Do you know yours? You know what I mean? So it doesn't take patience. It just takes making them aware that you know that they're there. Now, if you're spiritual, you might hear them. They'll give you a sign. They might knock a picture off the wall or drop a leaf or have a bird fly by you. But if you are not spiritual, you're gonna sit there. Well, how come they didn't hear me? Your ancestors always hear you. They're watching you when you don't even know they're watching you. Okay? So we're saying that just because you don't hear or get a sign, don't mean that they don't know. Talk to them.
They're always watching. So, guys, women, before y'all do some shit that you know your ancestor wouldn't approve of, just remember they always watching.
Okay. All right, Erica Neal. Okay, I'll wait to hear from you. All right, now, okay, I did buy black salt. Okay, Nicole, be careful who you get your black salt from. You want to be very careful because some black salt is very commercialized. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a suggestion. Now we make black salt and we put a lot of different African herbs in them. Okay, that specifically are used to fight demons. However, if you buy black salt from somebody else, because I'm not a hater, always pray over your own black salt. So take the energy off of what they have on it, the place you bought it from, and always pray over and always use your left hand. Okay. All right. Okay. Last question. Now this is really last question. We're about to get off here, y'all. Okay. How do you know when they say something? Mia, sometime if you're a hearer, like I have been blessed to be able to hear, see, get visions. You know what I mean? So I love the gift that my ancestors gave me because I could basically do it all in the spiritual aspect of being able to hear them, see them, and tell you what they're saying. Um, if you are not a hearer or a seer, and for the ones who are Americanized or you're clairvoyant or clairaudient, okay, they'll give you a sign. So what you can do is you ask them to give you a sign. Preferably when you're doing your first ancestor call, you should always pour water to them, do your libations to them, pay homage to them outside. A lot of tribes in Africa, not a lot, a few of us tribes, we put guinea pepper under the tongue. You can use your regular pepper to communicate with them clearly. Okay, you don't necessarily need it, but it's one of the tribal things. When you do it outside barefooted. Pour water. And you always call through the maternal side. In Africa, the secret to communicating clearly with your ancestors is through your maternal side. So call through your mother's side. Even if your mother's alive, say her name, her mother's name, her grandmother's name, and you know what I mean? And go down the line. Even if your grandmother's alive, you're calling the ancestors through your maternal side. Now, I was saying that once you do that, you should have a shrine or altar set up to them. Okay? Pictures, candles, whatever they like to eat, you can put from time to time. But that don't mean you can't communicate with them at any given time. You don't have to always be at your altar, at your shrine. I talk to them anytime, like I said. Now, you can ask your ancestors to give you a sign that they're there.
Like my brother was talking about last night, remember?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he got a sign. I one time I told Ma because I was mad. I say Ma because she's right here. I said Ma. I said you. I was mad. I was doing a ritual, y'all, because I was angry, right? So I'm just saying, Ma, let me know you in here helping me with this rituals. Now y'all remember the washing machines that you have to pull the knob out to start it. You can't start it without pulling the knob out. Well, when I called her because I was mad doing my rituals, I said, let me know you here right now with me. She pulled the washing machine button out and she let me know she was there. It started. I said, okay. Now, sometimes they'll give you a sign, they'll knock something down. Pay attention. You have to pay attention. Sometimes, like a lot of times when I would do my rituals at my shrines outside, I would say, well, give me a sign that y'all here working this ritual with me, and they would always drop a leaf because I used to do a lot of rituals under the trees at the shrines. So they would drop a leaf or they would send a bird to fly by my face or a butterfly, whatever it was, they would give me a sign. So ask your ancestors to give you a sign and they will. But do not get startled. And if you know you're going to get scared, don't ask, don't ask for a sign. If you know it's going to scare the piss out of you, if you are not ready for it, do not ask for a sign. But know and trust that they do hear you. Okay? All right. Now, I always do that, but I don't know why I put water outside randomly. Well, you put water for your ancestors. Okay? Like I said, from time to time, give them water. Go outside, take a bath when you ride with me ancestors. I'm paying you some, water. Sometimes I used to do coffee. Sometimes I used to do Pepsi. My mother used to like Pepsi. And then like one day, I'm noticing I want some lamb chops. Now I ain't used to like lamb chops, right? And my mother kept trying to tell me I want some lamb chops. So one month I just started craving lamb chops. Right? I just started craving lamb chops. So I'm on a lamb chop kick for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. The brother thing will tell you we was eating lamb chops, right? It was good as hell. And then it dawned on me. I was talking to one of my sisters because, we read for each other. And she said, your mother is telling me some kind of meat she want. I said, oh, I'll be damned. I said, you know what? No wonder I've been craving lamb chops. My mother loved her some lamb chops. See what I'm saying? So I had to go get her some lamb chops and cook it and put it on her shrine. And she sucked the goddamn juice out the lamb chops and ate it, and it was good. Okay? But anyway, family.
How you know it was good to her?
Because I know how my mother used to eat her lamb chops. My mother would be sucking them bones in the lamb chops.
She just got like, my mama said it was good.
She told me it was good, and I know she used to like lamb chops and she used to be sucking them bones dry. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, family, that's how you deal with your ancestors. We're gonna leave you with that. We're ready to get off of here. My daughter's texting me, asking me what I want from the store. So let me let her know. Okay? And we will see you all on Friday night. Stay tuned. Courtney, thank you for the topic tonight because I did not have an idea that it was going on. Okay? Thank you for the topic. We'll see everybody Friday night. Probably a little bit earlier because y'all gotta go to bed. Some of y'all gotta go to the plantation tomorrow. Brother Thinker, right?
Yeah, that's right. And for those of y'all that aren't subscribed to us, if you like this video or you have any topics like that, let us know. And also subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed. Hit the subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe button, and everybody.
And those who are on Facebook, if you're not on our YouTube channel, go find us on YouTube at Nikki Love Wunam.
Find us at YouTube, Nikki Love Wunam.
She's got a yellow shirt on.
Y'all will find it. Start getting people to subscribe to us, y'all. All right, family. We should see y'all Friday, and then y'all look forward to the Bonbon Chronicles this weekend. Courtney, you missed it, but thank you for that topic. Thank you. We needed that. We'll see everybody on Friday night, and then probably Sunday or Saturday, y'all gonna see the Bonbon Chronicles. So be sure to tune in. Courtney, y'all young mothers like that, I need you to spread the word for me. Spread the word about the Bomb Mom Chronicles. As a matter of fact, Courtney, we need to talk. Maybe we get you come down as a guest, okay? So we need to talk. All right, family. We'll see y'all. Have a good night. Pleasant dreams. Talk to your ancestors before you go to sleep so they can come talk to you in your dreams. Blessings, family.
All right, peace.
Goddamn mouth is dry talking this shit.